gratitude for having all of them in my life. Here, giving speech number 2, with the goal to organize your speech, please welcome Rebecca Hilkin, and her name was Mary.
Madam Toastmaster, honored members, fellow guests, did you know 9 out of 10 people suffer from lack of gratitude? 9 out of 10 people suffer from lack of gratitude. Growing up as a teen, that's all I heard. You better have an attitude of gratitude, Pally girl. That's all I ever heard. Can you imagine growing up as a girl being known as Pally girl or John? That's what I was known to be. Pally girl or John. I don't know why, that's just how it was in my family. It wasn't until my teenage years that I finally realized what it was to have a lack of gratitude, to realize that as a teen, there are going to be challenges in your life, and you have to fight through them, no matter what. Your gratitude always has to be strong, always has to be positive, and you always have to have that support team behind you. However, when I was 16, I didn't want to hear any of that. My dad would always try to tell me to have great gratitude for all the things you have in your life. Yet, what 16-year-old really wants to hear a lecture on life? I know I didn't. My main concern was going out with my friends, going out to parties, going to the beach, enjoying my 16-year-old years. If I knew then what I know now, I would be a genius. I'm telling you. I mean it. William Patterson would be paying me to go to college there instead of me paying them, which is quite a lot. We're not getting into that though. It wasn't until about Thanksgiving of 2005 when I came to know, love, respect, honor, the term which my dad tried to embed in my mind at 16. Attitude of gratitude. My family and I were blessed enough to be members of Pass It Along. Pass It Along is a small community of people who get together to help out everyone in need. Whether it's during Thanksgiving, it's during Christmas, or you just need someone to talk to. I've been a member of Pass It Along with my father and gotten to share many memories with my mother and my father. This particular memory is a memory that will forever stick with me. The reason? Her name was Mary. On that Thanksgiving morning, my family and I got in our car, drove off to deliver the food to those in need. We delivered to 3 houses that day. I don't remember much about the first 2 clients. Sure enough, I remember Mary. No matter where I go in life or what I do with my life, Mary is not just another person I delivered food to that day. Mary is someone who taught me the life lesson that my father tried to teach me so many years ago when I was 16. As we pulled up to Mary's house, I noticed how her house was not as great as mine. Not as big as mine. The paint was dull, the steps were broken down, and her door didn't even really look like a door. And my first thought, as much as I don't want to say this, I can't believe I'm here right now, and I'm really nervous. I don't know how to react. My mother and I stood back, watched my father walk up to the door first. He knocked, we stayed back. As my father knocked on the door and entered the house, he called out, "Hello, happy Thanksgiving, Meals on Wheels." We heard a frail little voice that said, "Yes, come in." We found Mary sitting alone in her kitchen. She said hello back, "Happy Thanksgiving." The first words to me were, "It's cold out. Where's your hat? You need a hat." I stood there in utter disbelief. Here stands Mary alone in her kitchen on Thanksgiving morning, and her main concern was, where's my hat? I couldn't move, I couldn't breathe, I couldn't do anything. All I knew then was that this person didn't care that someone was delivering her food. Her main concern was me and where my hat was. I quietly took the hat, said thank you, very quietly. Fear of crying, I guess, in front of my family. As we left that day and we said our goodbyes to Mary, I finally came into the term attitude of gratitude, whatever my dad was trying to teach me at 16. Never wanted to learn it then, but I sure enough learned it and kept it with me forever. Whenever I'm out with my friends during the winter time and I show them this hat that Mary handed to me, my brightly colored Christmas hat, I get the laugh, I get the giggles. But I say to them, this is the hat that Mary gave me. And no matter what or where I go, Mary's hat will not only keep my head warm, but will keep my heart warm and allow me to remember the term attitude of gratitude. Madam Toastmaster.